Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to 3 Minutes of Awesomeness, brought to you by the I Choose Awesome YouTube channel. My name is Benjamin Selbyhill, and I choose awesome. Now, do we have some amazingly inspirational working environments going on at the moment? Maintain that momentum, surround yourself with that inspiration, and an inspired staff and team will be the direct byproduct. As you've probably noticed this week, I'm in some new surrounds. For my last 6 months in Mexico, I'll be positioned here so you won't have to deal with any more changes to the backdrop. This week's topic for discussion is that of strong leaders. Leaders that you aspire to emulate. Leaders that have perhaps inspired you or influenced you in the way that you go about leading your team and leading your lifestyle. So for me, it's been no secret. I've referred to it in the past, but Nelson Mandela was a massive inspiration for me and a massive influence right from a very young age. I remember reading his autobiography at the age of 18, and it hasn't left my memory since. When we look at those types of leaders, those people that we aspire to emulate, they've all had their various influences throughout the course of their life. And in that, we can find a means by which to help shape our leadership and the leaders that we subsequently become. I remember in particular with Nelson, he attributes one poem in particular to helping him through those dark 25 years on Robben Island. It's a poem that he committed to memory, and it was the name of the poem was the subsequent name of the movie that was about a portion of his life. The poem was called Invictus, or is called Invictus rather, and it was written by a man named William Ernest Henley, and it goes along the lines of this. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms with the horrors of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I'm the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul. Ever since reading that poem and hearing Nelson, or reading about Nelson Mandela, attributing that poem to helping him get through it, I've used that and committed it to memory myself. What I'd like you to do for your task this week is to find some of the influences that perhaps some of the leaders that you look up to have had throughout their lives, and see if they resonate with you and can help change or broaden your perspective on particular problems or your perception of life. Do some investigative research, perhaps buy their autobiography and begin to read it and start to make those inroads and see what it is that you can find. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, choose awesomeness in all that you do for the week to come. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel and be sure to share it with your family, friends and work colleagues.